everyone, I'm going to take a little bit of time in this video to explain what you need to do to complete Writing Assignment 2, Compare and Contrast Paragraph. You're going to see under this video, not very much information at all. Basically, this is just like last week with Writing Assignment 1. I have attached a little packet, an assignment packet that explains what you need to do for this particular homework assignment. And what you see right underneath this video is just me explaining what is on each page of that packet. So page 1 is really like the instructions, the helpful reminders, the submission requirements, right? Page 2 is a list of possible topics for your paragraph if you're having trouble coming up with one. Page 3 is a graphic organizer that you can use if you want to, not required, not graded, doesn't get submitted, right? So I'm going to go through that packet a little more thoroughly. So for this assignment, you are writing a compare-contrast paragraph. Remember, just one single paragraph, not an essay, just one paragraph. Okay, so the first thing you want to make sure you do, if you haven't already, is go through the lesson on compare-contrast in the Week 6 module. Watch the video lesson. Everybody thinks that this is an easy paragraph to write because we're used to comparing and contrasting things. We do it in our daily lives all the time. But to craft a truly successful compare-contrast paragraph or compare-contrast essay, it takes a lot more planning than what people realize at first. So please make sure that you have gone over the PowerPoint and video lesson and maybe even looked at Chapter 11 to make sure that, you know, not just that you know how to do comparing and contrasting, but how you know that you make sure you know how to craft the paragraph effectively to make it be as organized and developed as you can. You have also already had some journal topics and discussion prompts that involve compare and contrast, so you know, keep those in mind as well. Once you think you have your topic and you're pretty sure you have a good plan for your paragraph, then you're going to type it up in a Word document, Google Doc, PDF, and submit it. And that's all you submit. Remember, nothing else. Just a formal document with your compare-contrast paragraph typed into it. If you don't have access to Word or Google Docs, Google Docs is free, so everybody should be able to use that. But if you can't for some reason, can't do a PDF, either reach out to me and we'll figure out a way for you to get this submitted in a proper format. Don't forget that not only do you need to know how to do the actual compare-contrast part the right way, don't forget everything else that we've learned about basic paragraph skills. That's actually what you get graded on the most. Making sure you have a strong topic sentence, making sure you have specific and adequate support for each main point, making sure you have coherence by using transitions and transition words, making sure that you have a concluding sentence that wraps everything up at the end, making sure that you have an appropriate voice and tone, making sure that you have as few sentence level errors as possible, right? Everything we learned back in week 2 and 3, that's our foundation, right? That's what you need to have for every type of paragraph you write. Now, this week, we're going to apply all of those things, plus add in the compare and contrasting bit, right? One thing I want you to make sure you pay attention to when you are going back over the lesson and thinking about how to organize your paragraph, there are a couple slides in the PowerPoint that show you different ways to organize a compare and contrast paragraph. Choose one of those. Make sure that you have really strong organization. That is where a compare and contrast paragraph falls apart, is when it's just all over the place and things aren't balanced, okay? There's two ways of doing compare and contrast. You can do side by side, where you talk about your first subject first. Everything that has to do with that first subject, you discuss it in the beginning. And then you discuss everything about the second one after that. Or you can go point by point. Like, here's one thing they have in common. Here's what it's like for this one. Here's what it's like for that one. Here's another thing they have in common. Here's what it's like for this one. Here's what it's like for that one. right? You want to choose a set method of development. Organization is key. And then make it equal, make everything balanced. Okay? If you're having trouble coming up with some topics, sorry, I thought there was something back there. If you're having trouble coming up with topics, the second page of the assignment packet might help. You can compare and contrast high school versus college, or life before kids versus life as a parent, or online versus on-ground classes. You can compare and contrast two people you know, family members, friends, co-workers, bosses, right? Two jobs that you've had, right? Two vacations you've taken. Your real life versus your life, what your life would be like in a perfect world. You could compare and contrast two musicians or two bands, two groups. You can compare and contrast in-store shopping and online shopping. You could compare and contrast two products, two types of cell phones, two types of computers, two types of cars, two types of, shoes, right? What you want to make sure you do, though, no matter what topic you pick, is that you focus on either the similarities or the differences. So if you're going to do high school versus college, it's not going to be, here's how they're similar, here's how they're different. No, it's going to be focus on one or the other. Now, you could say something like, a lot of people probably think high school and college are really different, but actually, when you think about it, they're really quite similar. And then the rest of the paragraph focuses on just the ways they are similar. Or you can do it the opposite way. But you want to focus on one or the other, similarities or differences, not go back and forth between the two. Make sure that you are giving specific and adequate support, but also equal support for every element of the paragraph. Okay? Page 3 of the assignment packet is the graphic organizer. Again, it's there just to help you, and it really can help. But you are not required to use it. You do not submit it. It does not get graded. It is simply there to help you. The only thing you will submit is the formal document with your compare-contrast paragraph typed into it, right? Do your best on it. This is worth a good percentage of your grade, so I want you to take it seriously and I want you to try your best. But also keep in mind, you will be given a chance to revise if you are not happy with the score your first time around, okay? If you have any questions, run into any issues, please reach out to me and I will do whatever I can to help. Otherwise, good luck and go ahead and get started on it.